Why do they always have to fit into these tight spaces? I can't help but sigh, but let's get on with it without complaining. Thanks to the policy of this Bay Harbor to use room as much as possible without leaving any gaps, there's work for us moving containers manually into places where cranes can't reach. It's what's keeping us afloat.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1! I'm Mamoru Takasoki, a 25-year-old middle school dropout. I have a job that seems like it was done a few hundred years ago, like manually moving containers. I'd prefer a better workplace, but, well, my current situation is my own fault. I dropped out of high school for no particular reason and used to sit around in the house without a job. I was kicked out of home. I've been floating through odd jobs, never really building a decent work history. If I want a good job, I should have been more responsible. Finally done. They said there were 5 more today. It feels like an eternity. Hey, why don't we go for a drink tonight?
Sounds good. Hey, Mamoru, what about you?
I'm good. I used to sit around the house, so I'm not exactly tough. This job is also tough. I don't want to spend the hard-earned money easily. I see. What about the new guy over there?
Huh? Me?
Who else is there? Are you coming?
No, I'm not going either. I need money.
Do you have debts or something?
Not debts, but...
Seems like you've got some issues.
Let's not pry into the details. Everyone working here has some kind of issue. We're no different.
Well, it's not a regular job, and it's true that everyone working here has their own reasons. I'm a middle school dropout, so the working conditions are tough, but I'm making decent money here.
Let's do our best.
Yeah, I tend to give up easily, so I seriously considered quitting this job too. But thanks to Aoi, who joined the work recently and interacted with me with a soft personality, somehow made me hold on to this job. Well, I don't know what kind of situation Aoi is in, but... Huh? I heard Aoi is a boy, but there's something. His silhouette from the back looks kind of like that of a girl. He's short, his voice is unusually high. Well, I've heard there are boys like that nowadays, so maybe that's it. People are diverse these days, that's how it is. Or so I convinced myself. But I'll soon come to realize that this was a great mistake.
Sorry for keeping you late today.
No problem, as long as we get paid.
I feel the same as Mamoru.
I'm assigning just the 2 of you to a job. The other workers went out drinking last night and apparently fell ill, so they can't come in. All of them.
What? Is he joking? Even with one person missing, it's tough. But just the 2 of us, especially with petite Aoi, it's impossible.
Well, that's...
I get what you want to say. You're saying that it's impossible for 2 people to manually pull out containers from such a tight space, right? I understand. That's what today's job isn't that. Instead, you'll be inspecting the contents of containers scheduled for overseas shipping tomorrow. There are occasional attempts to ship weird stuff abroad, you know?
Oh, I see.
It seems easy, right?
It might not be physically demanding, but investigating the contents of suspicious containers, huh? There must definitely be something strange inside. Sometimes I hear about these things in the news, like...
Today's job is simple, so let's finish it quickly. I'm heading there first.
Wait, this task needs careful handling. It's not easy in a different sense. That container has a strange smell. I always seem so focused on finishing quickly that he hasn't noticed the smell. Wait, don't open that. Are you okay?
Gross! What is this? Sludge?
This is probably industrial waste or some sort. They might have filled the container with sludge removed from ponds or dams. And since they're struggling to dispose of it, they're sending it abroad for cheap processing.
Gosh.
That's why I told you to wait.
No.
Oh well. Getting a bad draw right from the start was unlucky, but thanks to that, Aoi realized that today's work is tough in a different way than usual, and he became more cautious from then on.
Finally done with work. At the office. Huh? No one's here.
It's the usual time to leave, so everyone apart from the security probably left. We should clock up and go home too, Aoi. You should get into the bath as soon as you get home. What's wrong?
Well, actually, I can't take a bath.
What do you mean?
The utilities like electricity, gas, and water have been cut off, and my rent was overdue, so I got kicked out of the apartment at the end of last month. So I don't have a home to go back to.
What the heck? This job might be tough, but the pay here is decent. What have you been spending your money on?
Mamoru, you're not a bad person, so I'll tell you my situation if you lend me your bath.
I know it's best not to pry into others' personal lives, but abandoning a homeless kid like Aoi feels wrong too. In the end, I decided to invite Aoi into my home.
Thanks.
I see. Wait, who are you?
Huh? It's me, Aoi.
When did you become a woman?
When did I? Well, actually, I've always been a girl. I just presented myself as a boy.
Your hair suddenly grew long. Isn't that strange?
Oh, that's this thing. It's a wig.
What?
Did I surprise you? I had a reason for pretending to be a boy. I really needed to earn money. I'm not suited for something like the night entertainment industry, and I can't take up decent paying job either. Please don't look down on me, but I only have a middle school education.
I see. I'm not looking down on you. I'm a middle school dropout myself.
Thank you. Wait, so you're a high school dropout too?
Yeah, I dropped out of middle school, got kicked out by my parents, and ended up working. Even when I tried to get regular jobs, I was rejected in interviews, so I ended up where I am now.
That's quite surprising. I mean, I did think that there were many people with special reasons in this workplace, but I thought you were somewhat normal.
You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Well, I guess that's something I can say to you, who seems to have even more complicated circumstances. Knowing that I'm also a middle school dropout, Aoi seems to feel a bit less tense around me. From there, Aoi slowly started sharing about herself. To summarize, Aoi grew up in an orphanage. Because of that, she couldn't attend high school and ended up joining the workforce after middle school. However, Aoi doesn't hold any resentment towards her circumstances and is grateful to the orphanage that raised her. She wanted to contribute by earning money and donating even a little. Aoi donates to the orphanage from the money she earns, even cutting down on her own living expenses.
Having more money is better, right? Even though I didn't mind not going to high school, the kids at the orphanage now might want to go. So I was donating even the money I needed for myself.
I see. But you got your priorities wrong if you can't sustain your own living.
I know that, but I still wanted to donate even a little.
Unlike me, she is quite admirable. I'm starting to feel like helping. I'm easily influenced as well, but sometimes it's not a bad thing to do something for others. Alright, in that case, you can just live here.
Huh?
If you live with me, you won't need to worry about rent or utilities, right?
Are you sure?
I don't mind. It's just that I felt like helping someone for a change.
Thank you.
And so, Aoi and I started living together. It was a random act of kindness, but this isn't so bad either. I myself felt lonely living alone sometimes, and having more time with someone else can be refreshing. Days flew by in the blink of an eye. Then, an issue arose a day after 2 seasons had passed.
Hello? Huh? Is that true? Yes. Yes.
What happened?
The director of the orphanage collapsed and was taken to the hospital. What should I do?
What should we do? We have to go to the hospital. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. I'm sorry for causing you to worry. It's just overwork. Director, don't cry so much. Well, Aoi, you've always been kind but also a crybaby, so I guess it can't be helped. Please get well soon and get back to the orphanage. I want to do that, but my strength can't keep up anymore. I was considering closing the orphanage. No way! What will happen to the kids if it's gone? And it's also a place full of memories for me. Even if you say that. If that's the case, I'll become the director of the orphanage. That way, it won't disappear. I appreciate your feelings, but it's not an easy task. It's not something one person can handle. It won't be just me. Mamoru will be with me. I see. You found a kind and wonderful person, Aoi. Yeah, he is a kind and wonderful person.
Wait, is the conversation heading in an odd direction?
Even if it's something that's impossible for Aoi alone, maybe with such a kind and wonderful person, you can manage somehow. But even so, it's not an easy decision. So think carefully before coming to a conclusion. I understand.
This took an unexpected turn. For some reason, I might end up helping with the orphanage's management as well. It's not that I lack empathy, so I do feel like helping Aoi. But when it comes to these big matters, there's no way I, a person with limited abilities, can do anything. I thought that way, but I also have some human-like aspects, and I find myself moved by small things. It was a week later. It's getting late.
Yeah.
You've been contemplating whether to take over the orphanage, haven't you?
Yeah.
I feel like she's trying to figure out my thoughts. Well, if I say I won't help, that's the end of it. Huh?
It's Aoi! That's right. Were you on your way back from visiting the director? The hospital is right there. Yeah, the director seemed energetic. I see. By the way, what if the orphanage might disappear? How would you feel? I don't like it. I know. It would be awful if we lost our home.
Could it be that if I don't offer to help, I would become a devil who takes away the children's place to return to? The sad face of a child is truly heart-wrenching, and that became the final push for me, who was internally struggling with various thoughts. Aoi, it's about the orphanage.
Yeah?
If it's within my abilities, I'm willing to help. We're already on this boat together. Besides, the thought of taking away the place where the children return is unsettling.
Great! Thank you so much.
I'm not smart. I'm not industrious. Not to be self-deprecating, but I truly am on the incapable side of things. I don't know how much I can contribute, but let's try as much as I can. Aoi's smile made me think that way. Aoi is trying her best, and she's also a pretty girl. As a man, I felt the urge to protect her.
Jeez, this is not okay. Why did you steal my underwear? My school friend bragged about his dad playing with their mom's underwear, saying it's normal in a regular family. Really? I mean, is that what happens in a normal family?
I don't think that's the case.
Right. I don't know about regular families, so having you, Mamoru, here is really helpful. Thank you so much. But, well, it might seem like an odd request after all.
Huh? What's wrong?
Including myself, as you can see, I don't know what it's like in a regular household, so I'd like you to teach me properly.
If you ask, I'll explain what I understand.
No, not like that. I mean, I want to see what it's like in a normal married couple's life, a normal household. I'm suggesting this because I truly think you're a great person from the bottom of my heart. Not just in the sense of a person, but more than that.
Does she mean... Even I, who is slow on the uptake, realized. Aoi is essentially saying that they see me as a romantic interest and want to get married. However, I had a feeling it might go this way. I had prepared an answer actually. Got it. Let's get married.
Yeah.
Being a dropout and being kicked out of the house, I truly don't know about regular households or normal life itself, so I may not understand much. But I can't turn back now. But I think that everyone feels that way, so we'll each find our own way. I think that's how I feel. So, Aoi and I just need to create our own family. Just showing that to the children should be enough.
Thank you for watching again. It would make me so happy if we could watch another rom-com story together. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you next time. Bye!